Hello, and welcome to a new format I'm trying out. I thought that this could become like an occurring concept where we just talk about K-dramas. But I thought this first episode would be cute to do like a little introduction. So I've been watching K-dramas for a few years now, and I think my first one was Crash Landing on You. The most recent one I watched is Nine Puzzles, but I think it would be fun to do some deep dives into some of the dramas I really like, but also discuss like a monthly roundup of K-dramas I've watched in that past month. But today it's just all gonna be like an introduction, so I kind of composed a top 10 of my favorite K-dramas. Okay, so on my Instagram I have a highlight called TV, and I low-key log my dramas on there with like ratings. I don't have all of my like dramas in here. I feel like my top 3 is really clear, but the rest of the top 10 is kind of like, my top 3 is as follows. Startup and Move to Heaven are low-key sharing a first place. And then Reply 1988 is also in the top 3. DP, The Good Bad Mother, Extracurricular, Weak Hero Class 1, Moving, Hospital Playlist, The Glory, and as an honorable mention, Extraordinary Attorney Woo. I'm like really emotionally attached to Startup. It's somewhere in the first 10 dramas I watched, and it's just so good. Now in this video there's not gonna be any spoilers, but I am going to read out some of the synopsis. Young entrepreneurs strive hard to turn their tech dreams into reality while attempting to find love and success in this competitive world. I have a severe case of second lead syndrome in this drama as well. I'm very emotionally attached to the second lead, but not in the way that I'm rooting for him romantically. Like in this drama, it's just that I want what's best for this character. The cast is also so insane. It's like back then I didn't know I was watching such a star-studded cast, but yeah. I can't even listen to the OST of this, and I also visited some of the filming locations when I was in Seoul. So yeah, this one is really close to my heart. Move to Heaven is insane. Move to Heaven is crazy. You're like crying because it's sad, but also because life is so beautiful. A young man and his uncle work as trauma cleaners, clearing out the possessions of dead people, uncovering the stories they left behind and telling them to loved ones. And like him and his dad are, well, trauma cleaners. So every episode is basically a new story of someone who passed away, and then they always collect this yellow box with like stuff that they think matter to the person, and like in that episode you get to know more about the person that passed away. It's so sad, but there's another like main character in this story, and there's just more lore that you uncover on the side of all of these like emotional episodes already, and that lore is also just so sad. It's a tearjerker, but I love tearjerkers. I sobbed at all these dramas in this list, otherwise they wouldn't be in there because I like emotional dramas. This show is so good, I can't even explain it. And I remember I watched it quite late because I had seen it for like over a year on Netflix already, and I was like, this one looks boring. This one looks boring. It's always those ones that end up being like the best. Then the next one is one I only recently watched actually. It's Reply 1988. This is a little bit of an older one. I'm gonna read out the synopsis right now. A group of childhood friends who live in the same lane rely on each other to get through their teenage years, while their parents, who also share a close bond, deal with their issues together. And it's such a slice of life kind of drama. It's also a little bit slow, I would say. I'm about to cry right now. It's literally regroup. It's literally, like about growing up and moving on with your life after like your teenage years, friendships and family and love, but it's so good. I watched the final episode on my birthday this year. I can assure you, my mom and I were crying all day. All day. The cast is just phenomenal as well, and it's just, I can't wait to make like a whole episode on this drama. It's too good. Look at my cute little Dwecky, by the way, holding my mic. So I'd say that those are like my favorite K-dramas. Like that's really my top 3. The other ones I'm about to like talk about are not necessarily like in any order. They're just in my top 10. The next one I'm gonna talk about is DP. It only has 6 episodes, and there's also a second season that I didn't like as much, but the first season is so good. Sometimes I forget it was a drama because it only has 6 episodes, so it felt a little bit like a long movie. But yeah, let me read out the synopsis for DP. A young private's assignment to capture army deserters reveals the painful reality endured by enlistees during their compulsory calls of duty. DP stands for Deserter Pursued. So if I remember correctly, our main character is put on a team where they bring people back who deserted the army, so they left, and I'm not sure if I remember it like completely correctly, but every episode is like a new story of someone who ran away from their enlistment and they have to go get them back. And of course there's lots of lore with the main characters and some people that they're like enlisted with, and it all builds up to this really big climax, and it's really good, but it is really short, and there is a second season. I didn't like that one as much, but there is one story in there of someone that they are going to get back that I really liked. Is a weird word because it ends really sadly, but it's like a really good episode. Then The Good Bad Mother. I've watched this drama 4 times and I'm rewatching it again. First time I watched it, it's obviously a few years ago. Like, the main character even fulfilled his enlistment in the meantime. I really like this actor, and the story is just really good. Let me read it out. A tragic accident leaves an ambitious prosecutor with the mind of a child, forcing him and his mother to embark on a journey to heal their relationship. There's a lot more to the story, obviously. It's so good. It's really good. I don't know how to explain it. I sobbed my eyes out. It was so good. It has 14 episodes. It's nice and long. The cast is really nice. I also really like the girl in the main lead. I've also seen one of the best edits I've ever seen on TikTok, like of this K-drama, that really intrigued me to watch it. On to the next. The next one is Extracurricular, and I don't know how I'm supposed to explain this because when I watched it, it was like entertaining, but it wasn't as deep for me as the other dramas that are on this list, but the vibes were immaculate. Every time I look for a new drama now, in my mind I'm like, I need it to be extracurricular vibes. It's hard to explain, but I'll read the synopsis out loud for you now. A teenager involves himself in a dangerous business to pay his tuition fee. Things soon take a turn for the worse when his peers take an interest in his dark secret. I cannot explain, but it's just so eerie and it's so interesting. Like, it's not like super scary or that you're super on the edge of your seat, but it's so good. It's really hard to explain. I also really like the main lead. I know him from Itaewon Class. But yeah, it's vibes. I'm always looking for dramas that have this same kind of like. Then the next one on the list is Weak Hero Class 1. Oh my god, I'm not even sure if it's still called Weak Hero Class 1 because that's what it was called, and now that it has a second season, I feel like it's only called Weak Hero. Yeah, because when I look it up, it says Weak Hero and not Weak Hero Class 1, but I'm specifically talking about the first season right now. There's a second season that came out this year. A studious young man refuses to back down from the bullies in his class. He uses his intelligence, tools and psychology to fight against violence. It's basically a drama that mostly plays out in school, and the main character is really interesting. I think he also won awards for it. It's so good. It's so good. Let's just say that there's like a friend group growing and then lots of intense things happen. Like, I sobbed my eyes out at this drama. The first season consists of 8 episodes, so you can easily watch it in one day if you really want to have like a good binge. The next one is one I recently watched, and it's called Moving. So many people recommended this drama to me, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know, because like the characters have some sort of like superpower or ability, and that doesn't really speak to me. I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch a drama like that, but I watched it and it's so good. A group of innocent teenagers with extraordinary abilities go head to head with some of the world's most powerful governments. It's really good because there's 2 sides to the story. You follow these kids around that have these special abilities. They keep their abilities a secret, so they don't really know about each other's abilities. But then suddenly, like, some people get murdered in like the town that they live in. And the parents are very on edge because they know all about these abilities and stuff. And then after a few episodes, there's like probably like 8 full episodes that are like in the past. and you get the full background story on all these parents, and then at the end you go back to the present, and it's so good. I cried so much. It's so good. At first when it went back in time, I was kind of like, okay, we get it now, like let's go back to the present, but the story in the past is so good. I could cry right now. I could cry right now. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I also saw 100% for DP. Some of the other ones that I spoke about have 90%. Really good, really good. The next one I'm gonna talk about, I watched years ago, so my memory might be a little bit rusty, but I remember I really, really liked it. It's Hospital Playlist. Friends since undergrad school, 5 doctors remain close and share a love for music while working at the same hospital. And a lot of episodes just show them working, you know, with different people that come into the hospital, but also they're bond together. And I don't know what to tell you other than that it's really good. I feel like the first 2 episodes are kind of slow, so you have to get past that. It's such a good drama. I also really like the cast. I really like this guy. Then the next one is The Glory, and I feel like a lot of you probably have seen it already because I feel like it was so popular when it came out. I watched it like 3 times actually. Such a rewatcher. But usually I watch dramas by myself, and then when they're like really good, I'm like, wait. And I ask my whole family to watch it with me again. So that's kind of how that happens all the time. A young woman bullied to the point of deciding to drop out of school plans the best way to get revenge. After becoming a primary school teacher, she takes in the son of the man who tormented her the most to enact her vengeance. Like, I feel like a trigger warning is in place because it is very intense. Like, the bullying is very intense, and then when she's all grown up, she's going to get her revenge, and it's really cool. The cast is so good, and I feel like a lot of my friends who aren't really into K-drama watched it. I really liked it. So that was my top 10, and then I want to do an honorable mention of Extraordinary Attorney Woo. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not like the main character is so captivating to me that's why I like it so much, but there's a side story developing later on in the drama with one of her, I was gonna say co-workers, but I guess it's like her manager or boss. That really touched me, but that's kind of like a personal thing, I think maybe, but I'm not gonna say anything about it because I don't want to spoil anything. But there's also this one scene, I could cry right now. There's one scene that's like really sweet. I have it in my highlights on Instagram. Woo Young-woo is a young lawyer. She boasts a high IQ, an impressive memory, and a wonderfully creative thought process, but she struggles with everyday interactions. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I get it though, like there's like some interactions that she has with the people around her that are just so beautiful. Wow, there's a tear forming in my eye, but it's just such a good drama. When I was making my list yesterday with my top 10 dramas, I was crying thinking about the ones that I liked so much, because I really like sad dramas. I like it when my soul is crushed. I like it when you just have to sit with that drama for a while, you know, after you've watched it. There's obviously lots of like thriller, action-packed dramas that I also really liked, but they don't stay with me as much as the ones that low-key traumatize me. But yeah, this is my top 10. If you think you have like a good recommendation for me of something I could watch, let me know. We can like chat about it. I can make a video about it when I finish watching it. I kind of feel like Crash Landing on You had to be in here because it was my first drama, and I feel like that one really got me into it. But Crash Landing on You is so good. I'm not gonna read out the synopsis anyway. But my issue sometimes with romantic K-dramas kinda is that I like the side characters or the side stories more, and they constantly focus on the main characters and their like love story that's like happening or not happening. I'm like over it after a while. I'm like, get together or don't get together, I don't really care. Like, Crash Landing on You. A paragliding mishap drops a South Korean heiress in North Korea and into the life of an army officer who decides he will help her hide. And it's so good. It's so good. I'm not gonna lie for you. But yeah, I can't wait to yap more about K-dramas with you. I feel like the next video could be like my monthly roundup. I've been watching a lot of K-dramas recently. I know that there's another season of Alice in Borderland dropping next month, and I know that that's not a K-drama, but I feel like we could discuss stuff like that in this format as well, because I'm really excited for Alice in Portland. Everyone say thank you to my Dwecky, the mic holder. Ooh, he's in focus. Thank you for watching.